Mailchimp with Lee Richards. I'm Allison Norley Bringer, and helping out this morning will be Kim Carr and Wanda Tyner. A little housekeeping in our workshop today, we will ask people usually to stay muted. If you have any questions or issues, you can use your chat feature. You'll find the chat button at the bottom taskbar on your screen. If you have any questions, you can place a Q in front of it so we'll know that is specifically a question. And you might want to grab a little pen and some paper for notes, as Lee's going to give us lots of good info. And they're in a workshop. We usually open up the floor to a little Q&A, but we can basically, if you have any questions and things, we'll just go ahead and let everybody know what needs to be done. And today, our speaker will be Lee Richards. And Lee, if you'd like to tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I've been a Best of Missouri Hands member for goodness, 12, maybe 13 years at least, if not a little more. And I've been on the board off and on through the years. And I think I've done the president, the vice president, the secretary, and I think I've not done the treasurer. They wouldn't let me touch the treasurer. So that's probably wise. And other than that, I've enjoyed this group. I'm a metalsmith by, my artwork is in metalsmithing, and I haven't been doing a lot of that lately, but I've been doing a lot of Zoom meetings and a lot of just trying to keep in touch with my organizations and keep them up and running, and just like Best of Missouri Hands is doing. Right now, I'm currently a board member for Best of Missouri Hands. I'm a board member for GSLAA, as well as the show chair, a co-host show chair for Queenie. There at Queenie Park, and then I'm also a chair for Artist Boutique. So I have been known to be keep busy, not so much right now, but hopefully to be continued, right, when everything gets back to normal, whatever that is. So I think is that I live in Union, Missouri, so I'm outside the St. Louis area for about 45 minutes. So is that anything else? Okay, then I'm going to start the presentation. I'm going to share my screen. I've never done PowerPoint, so I, apologize for any glitches or whatnot. And if my dog goes crazy, I may have to step away just to get her on a leash to get her to lay down. She tends to want attention sometimes. So that being said, I'm going to share my screen. And here is, we're doing Mailchimp 101, sort of. And let's see if my PowerPoint's going to work here. There we go. And we're going to look at some plans for Mailchimp. Here are different plans. You have a free plan, a $9.99, $14.99, and a big one at $2.99. They have kind of divided these up a little more than they used to. This is what's included in the free plan. You have quite a bit of stuff. You have one audience, you have some marketing tools, and a website builder, which is new, so I've not even had time to look at that. And Mailchimp domain and all the things that you can. This is a $9.99, which adds everything plus a little bit more. Again, I usually do the free, so I don't even work with the other things. But if somebody did a $10 one, I guess it shouldn't be too hard to figure out. And that's the $14.99. You have more contacts you can use. You have more audiences you can have, which is actually, and then what else? I think that's about it. And then they have the big plan. I didn't even bother going into that one. So your first step when you're doing this is you're going to have to create and verify a Mailchimp account, and they will send it to your email that you have registered with. You go in and you will check and submit that you are who you say you are. And they tell you some things here in this little, when you go in, you can find this on Mailchimp. It's copied verbatim. You can go in and do whatever it is that needed to be done to resolve if you didn't get the original verification email. And if I'm going too fast, let me know, guys. But so Okay, trust but verify. So, and then you will get an email that you're activated your account. And this, you should get a screen like this. And that's in your email. And then after you have verified, you're going to do some simple things everybody does is put in their personal information. It's going to be for your business, but they'll want, so you put whatever, you have to put your first name, last name, that sort of thing. Everything you have in there is tied to your Mailchimp account. So it'll be used in some form or other when you're building campaigns. It'll be in footers and things like that. You can go back and modify things as needed. And if you want to put a phone number, that's probably a good idea because you can do a two-step verification. They already ask for that. They already kind of, when you go to log back in, it says pick or, choose this, a robot. I think I'm not a robot, kind of, it wants to verify you are who you are. But you can also do a two-step verification with the phone number. They can text you and then you can put in your code. So there's two ways to do it. Right now, I don't have a phone number in this. This is just pictures of before I even signed up. I wanted to get it out with this, except I kind of just put some stuff in here that's silly stuff for your address. And they want a physical address. You have to have a physical address. And some kind of, it has to do with the anti-spam laws. And how many contacts do you have? The lowest one is 500 or less, and it goes up from there. Since we're in a free plan for this one, it's 500 or less. You can go up to 2,000, I believe, in this. And so you can, if you don't have it, you have other options. I'm not sure. I don't know why you wouldn't know, but there's that option too. I haven't ever done that one. And what does your plan, what do you want? What are you offering people? This is optional. I didn't mark anything. If I was going to do it for my jewelry, I would say physical goods. Or if you're a masseuse or whatever, you could do services. So it's up to you, but it's not something you have to do. And you can see that there's a skip right here that you can skip if you would prefer. And then you can, of course, pick all their marketing, anything you want to hear from Mailchimp. They have a lot of marketing tools, a lot more than they used to. I don't remember them being quite as prolific. So, and they're always wanting you to sign up for the bigger and better plan. So, okay. So, and I love Picard, so I had to use him. All these resources. So here is a look at your page when you get done and you go and pick the Mailchimp icon. You'll sign in when you get ready to log in, you will log in here and it'll come up with things across the top. You have products, resources, inspiration, and pricing. This is all things that you can look at to make your experience better and your marketing, increase your marketing know-how. And just to kind of look, I picked products and here's a drop down of the products. And if I pick the marketing business, you can see there's email, landing pages, digital ads, social media. All these are how-tos, postcards. So you can get a lot of, this is our resources. Guide tutorials, Mailchimp 101, marketing tips. And here again, interesting to anybody who's wanting to do it, starting a business, branding, growing your audience. So, you could get lost in all this information. There is a lot of stuff and it would take a lot of time, but I think it's well worth it. And this is the inspiration. This is totally new to me. I did not know they had this at all. So they have films and I picked podcasts. There's a couple of the podcasts you can look at, plus original series. I don't know why Mailchimp, what original series would have, but who knows? I don't know if they're as good as Netflix, but oh well. So we're back to marketing ideas. And this is, if you click over here, you'll see I'm signed in right here. And these are the places I can go, my audience, the campaigns, and my account. not sure what that's doing. Okay. And so this is my dashboard. The next thing we're going to do is go to look at your dashboard. So this is, I think this is be the only time when you're first initiating this. I have never seen this other than when I sign up for the account. So the next slide it'll show what you'll usually see when you go to click on your dashboard. But as you can see, there's lots of icons on the left-hand side, and I've put little boxes that tell you what each of them mean. This is to create an email. There's an audience to manage and add. There's a campaign where you can go in and look at your existing campaigns and your drafts. And then these I have not really done anything with, but they're automations. I guess it's pretty much self-explanatory. I'm sure it's things that move on in your email itself. And they now have a website capability, which is totally new. Content Studio, which has a lot of things that you can use on the free app, GIFs, I think, and different little forms and that sort of thing that you can use, but you're limited unless you want to sign up for their $9.99, which then they have a few little more that's available to you. And of course, your search. You can search for any problems. Down here is where you would access your account, down here on the left-hand side. And when you click it, it will take you to your account settings and if you needed to edit or adjust anything. And then on the right-hand side over here is the help. So that is it for that one. And I'm going to shrink this just a little bit. Okay. The window's getting in the way. All right. So now here's your landing page that you'll see once you go to start adding contacts, or you hit the Mailchimp when you log in, and here's what you'll see. And here you can import your contacts. All your buttons are still here, right here. They're kind of small. I had to shrink it to get it to fit. But this is where you would import contacts, and you can view email. Oh, yes, I know. I know the ice maker made a noise. Good grief. Okay, more ways to grow your audience. You can always pick. They have lots of things to help you with this. And then creating a campaign. Here, you'll start to see you have statistics. How many things that you put out there. This designs on you. I did one contact, which was me. They automatically add you as a contact. So there's one contact this week. So I have 100% activity. So I guess that's kind of it.
Eileen?
Yeah.
Eileen, I have a question for you.
Okay. Answer.
So like you can import your contacts, but like how about are you able to set up a link to this on your website where, like, if someone comes to your website, do you have a thing where it says sign up for my newsletter or sign up for my email list?
Yes.
Where you can add one person at a time, you have access?
Yeah, actually there's a, I used it once. I put it on Artist Boutique site just recently. It's a form. On here you can create forms, and in it it's for subscribing, and then you can actually link that page, yes, to your website. Mm-hmm. And so when people sign up, you'll get a notification that so-and-so, and you can set it up to automatically respond to them. There's a way to set up an email to say, we got it, or you can go in and actually respond to them when you get the email. And so I'll show you in a little bit later when I go live. Yep. So it's pretty easy to do, I think. Although, it's like math. If you don't do it every time, you have to go back and kind of figure it out. If you don't practice, I'm not into practicing that much. So now we're going to enter our email addresses, our audience. So they consider your email list your audience. So, and you're allowed on the free plan, 1 audience. And there are ways, at first this freaked me out when this changed. It changed when for GSLAA, when we changed over from Constant Contact to Mailchimp, there was only 1 list of people. And before we'd had multiple lists of different people, but they have, and once I've started using it and realizing you can divide it and figure out what clients or what customers you want to send what marketing or what emails to. And so we'll get into that a little bit later. But this is, for now, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to live. Oh, and the one thing down here, I made a note to myself to tell you guys, when you delete a contact, after you've made your list and you have them in there in Mailchimp, if you delete your contact, there you cannot put it back. Okay, Mailchimp will not let you put it back. That's where your subscribe form comes in. The only way they can be added back in is if they subscribe. So just be careful of that. You can archive names, which then aren't part of your active list, and they don't count against your total count of your amount of people you have in your audience, and you can bring them back in at a later date. So rather than delete them if you're not sure what you want to do with them. So that's just kind of caveat there. Let me see if I can get to my, oh, let's see. Yeah. So here, that's the meeting info. We'll go to our demo list here. So here are all these, and they're all fake emails. Originally, I'd made everybody that I knew right here. I said, oh, they won't care that I put their email in here. And then I'm like, because I didn't want Mailchimp to kick it out. And then I had this like epiphany. I'm like, duh, if you put fake emails, it doesn't know they're fake emails until you go to send your campaign. Then it will kick them out. So that being said, I went and that's why I'm redoing this a little bit today. So these are all our fake emails. I'm going to copy and paste. You can either Control-C or you can copy right here. And this, we're going to create our, yep.
I'm still seeing your screen. Is everybody else seeing the current screen? I'm still seeing.
Oh, you're not seeing my current screen? Hold on.
No.
Let me see if I pick it this way. Let me see if I can do another way.
You're probably sharing your PowerPoint right now. You'll need to stop sharing it and share whatever screen.
Oh, it won't just come up. Okay. All right. Well, let me do that then. Glitches are fun. Okay. So this is, can you see it now? Or nope, I got to share now. Sorry, guys. This is, I'll get it. Okay. Well, and it's not letting me escape. Here we go. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's not letting me get back into Zoom, guys. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Now share. Sorry. My bad. Okay, so there is my list of people. And the dotted line going around it, this is an Excel sheet. And there are 2 methods of placing emails into Mailchimp. One of them is copy paste, like I'm going to do here. If you do that, you need to make sure you capture everything, including your title. And then it's the easiest way just to go in and paste it in the box. I'll show you here in a second. Now, the other option would be to import. You could also, and I will go over that when we get back to Mailchimp. So here's that. I've copied it. And I'm going to go, let's make sure I have it copied. Yep. And I'm going to stop share, I guess, right? I have to stop share. This is a little cumbersome. Sorry about that. Stop share, go back into my PowerPoint. And let's see, Alt tab. Let's see, I want this window. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we're going to go back into Mailchimp. Ooh, that isn't Mailchimp.
think you need to share again, Lee.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at I'm trying to find my Mailchimp. Hold on. There it goes. Okay, now I'm sharing. I had to get the right one. Everything looks the same. Okay, are you seeing that?
Yep.
Okay, so there's the Mailchimp. This is welcome back because we've already signed in. I've done all my account stuff. So now it knows who I am. I've verified that I am who I am when I come back in. Now we're going to create our audience. Here is the audience icon here. You're going to click and you get a view contacts, but I don't have any contacts. If you look down here, I have nothing. There's nothing. So I can import or I can copy paste. So what we're going to do is manage. Sorry, get this out. Import contacts or add subscribers. And here, Kim, right here would be your sign up forms. So that's where you can go to create your forms to interact with your website. And this is import contacts and add subscribers. So if I were, and here's where you can add your subscribers one-on-one. I was thinking. Okay. And so you can add them individually after they come in on your form. If it didn't already put it in there, or if you want to add it somebody manually off a postcard, you can do it here. I'm going to add subscriber here. Let's see, import my contacts. And then there's settings here that you can also, publicity settings, all kinds of settings that you can, and there's your sign up forms there. And you can create, your form builder, embed your forms. So there's lots of options. So let's go back to contacts. All right, now add contacts. Import my contacts. Okay, now there's two ways. Now, when you upload a file, like if you did not want to copy paste and you just wanted to bring your file of names into, you have to save your file as a CSV. Or I don't know how to do the tab delimited text file, but the CSV is a way you can save it in Excel. It's a comma separated value. It takes all the formatting out and just has names. So it's most of the time when you do an upload for places like this, that's the format they prefer. So you can save it as an Excel doc. I work in Excel, so sorry guys if you guys use Apple. I'm not sure what the equivalent is for that. But I use Excel in Windows, so it's a CSV format. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy paste and continue to upload. And here's where the window right here is where you're going to paste it. And you can either right click and paste, or I do a Control V, either one. So here are all the emails and the mediums, everything. But there, like you see, there's no formatting. It's just lines of text. So you're going to continue to organize. This will help make sure that we're going to say that these people are subscribed. There are multiple options: subscribed or unsubscribed, non-subscribed, and cleaned. So subscribed is the one that we want. And you make sure you click that you update, that it updates any of your existing contacts. If you have any in there and you're pasting in ones that have already been in there, but they have a little bit something added to them, like an address or something, this will update as well. Now we're going to continue to tags. Am I going too fast? Is this okay with everybody? Is everything okay?
All
Yep,
good, Lee.
everything's good.
Okay, sorry. I was like, so continue to tag. Now tags are a way that you can tell your list or tell the program what people, it's like tagging certain people for certain emails. Like say, for our purposes, they have ones already put in here for us, member, customer, 2020, or influencer. You can add that when you're adding your to your audiences, and that way, if you want to send to everybody who joined in 2020, you'll have them tagged as 2020 subscribers. Or if you want somebody who's like, let's put a board member. I was playing with these the other day. So we have board member tag that we can put on there. We also can add, let's say, there was another one on here, I think staff or art organization. And there are multiple things you can do. And once you do them, you can remove them once you get into your list and find out, oh, that person really wasn't a staff member or board member. You can also remove the tags. So we're going to continue to match. Now, when you're doing a control copy, the top part, I don't know if you guys know anything about mail merges, but these are considered fields. And the names of the fields have to match up with what's coming into Mailchimp. It has to recognize what the field is in order to bring it in for you for your audiences. And as long as all these are clear and with the check mark, they're good to go. So it looks like everything is brought in. If it was not, it would be red. I was counting on one of them being red, but apparently it means that it was not matched. And you would have to go in and change that field and make it and match it. It would come up with a drop-down list and say create new field, and you would type it in just like you have it, okay, and it would turn green. And I'm sure they have
Lee, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Did you create those fields before you got started, or is that something that is automatically set up in Mailchimp?
That automatically comes in from what you copied and pasted. And when I did this earlier today, or yesterday, these were red. So maybe that's because I've already done it once. But these were red because they didn't understand what a position was. But since I've since matched those, it knows automatically that that's a field. So yeah, so whatever you copy paste, it should go in there okay. And the only time you need to adjust it is if this like position was all kind of a red color, orange color, and then it would give you the option to click and a drop down box of what did you want to name this. And it has all kinds of positions that are already in there for you, but at the very top of the drop down box is a create new field. So you would click that, a box would pop up and you would type in position and close it. And then this should be good to go. It would turn green and have a check mark. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So just to be clear, so when you did the copy from your Excel sheet, you had all these field titles. And I noticed when you highlighted it that those were what you pulled over as well as the information.
Yes.
So then those titles were then applied to the field.
Yes. Yes.
And then, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. So now that everything seems to be okay and all our fields are green, good to go, we're going to finalize the import. Now it says 8 contacts will be updated or added. And this is what we've done. We did a copy paste. That's how we brought it in. If we imported, it would say import. Email marketing, we said they were subscribed and we said update existing contacts, yes. And then we put 2 tags in there for board members and staff. And so I'm going to complete the import. And it's successful. And it says our contacts were in there. It added 7 contacts, probably because I was one of those contacts in my audience. So it added 7. And now we're ready to, let's see, start the campaign. Let's see, I'm going to go back and see if so if we're going to go back to our go back to our Mailchimp, we can see now these 9 subscribers, those are the old ones that I told you I put in there with everybody's emails that were proper emails. And what I did was I archived them. So they still show up here, but they're not really active. And this is what I just did. We had 7 emails that I just added this week. Okay, and so there is really no breakdown right now. It is just 7 people, and they're all subscribers. Okay, so the next thing we would do is an audience. And to create your audience, you have all kinds of options, but we're going to, let's see, I don't want audience, sorry, I misspoke. We're going to do my campaign. Where's my campaign now? Here we are, campaigns. That looks like a slice of pizza to me, but I think it's a megaphone. I kept thinking it's a pizza. I'm like, why would they put pizza on there? But anyway, so, and here you can see I was messing around and just kind of refreshing my memory a little bit with a campaign. So it's a demo campaign that I had done. This, we're going to do a whole new one. So everything is here. You've got, you're up here, you'll be create a campaign. That's where you're going to go. So, and from there, you get to pick what I'm going to pick is my email. And we're going to send an email. And the first thing we need to do is create a campaign name. So I'm just going to call it, if I can, there it goes, demo 1.1. Well, it's really slow. Sorry, guys. 1.1 begin. So that's my name of my email or campaign name. Boy, sorry about the internet. It's really slow today. So this comes up when you have named your campaign. Now we're going to pick your recipients. And as in the, when you go to edit, right now it's put all your people in here. And if you had 150 people, even regardless of the tags or whatnot, it's going to put all the people in here. So that's when you edit your recipients and use your tags to, and I'm not sure why it's not letting me put the to field in. Huh, that's interesting. It's never done that before. So let's, oh, here we go. Audience, here's the audience. It's designs on you audience. I'm going to personalize the field. You have the option to personalize, which means it'll bring in their first name or their first and last name based on whatever, right here it says first name and last name. And you can pick, it's like, you can pick what you want. You can pick your first name, you can pick the last name, or both, or a custom. So we're just going to do first name. So that's what is going to come in when they see the email. It'll call them by their first name. Now here's your tags or segments of who we want to send things to. If and I think right now everybody's a board member and everybody's a staff because I have not gone in and edited them at this point. So that is what it looks like. These are the people we're going to go to. We're going to save it. Each little segment you have to save. Now we have, it says we still have 7 recipients, so they're all board members. And we're going to go from. And if you edit your from, you can change your field. You can add your last name if you want, or keep it to just your first name. You can change the email. So say if another person shares your marketing, if they're doing it, they can actually change to their name with their email address. This is not contingent on, it automatically fills what you have as an account, but you can change that for your current campaign email that you're sending out. And so I think I'm going to keep everything the same. So just save it to go on. And then the subject, very simple. These are all really kind of self-explanatory. The subject is going to be demo, right? Demo. If I could spell demo. And then go to the next one, a preview text. I don't use this very often, but the BOMH demo, and people will see this as kind of like a lead in is what it says. I don't know that it's that effective, but that's just me. So we have done all of our lead ins. We've got the subject, the from, the to, and now we're going to do our content. Any questions so far? Okay. The design your email. This is where you get into the guts of your whole campaign and the way it looks. And you have a few options. Yes. Boy, come on. Phew. All right. And this will come up. This is where you have, they have some already completed templates. Now with upgraded, you have, I think, all of them. With the free account, if you hover over them, you'll see the ones that are not. It says upgrade to use. So I think these first two, which you can see, they've got placeholders for logos and things. It kind of tells you how to, it gives you an idea of how to lay out your email. And you can put anything in there. These, the ones that have the pictures are set up to bring in images. And the ones that are set up as text are a text box. So they're just kind of helping you basically with setup for marketing. There's two other forms that you can get that don't have anything in them. And that's a basic. There are two basic ones. The rest, I think you have to upgrade. But you can do a lot with just the few that you have. And I think this one down here, plain text, the simple text right here. If you just want to send a simple text email, is available to everybody. Now, I've never used that, so I just assume it'd be a copy paste. Oh, I don't know what that is. Go away. I don't know what this is. Sorry, guys. My computer's freaking out. Okay. So anyway, so we're going to pick, let's see. I'll just pick the basic. So I double click and it may bring it up, may not. It's thinking. Okay. So this is what your basic email form template will look like. It's got placeholders for a logo and everything. If you highlight, run your cursor over it, you can see it's in a little box and there's an edit feature. And then there's a duplicate this block feature, and then there's a delete. And over here, you see with this particular, some of them I haven't used before. So most of the ones I use are the text, the images, sometimes the footer. And I don't remember if I used a button in here, if it was on my website. But so most of it, and there's all kinds of options for style. You can, go in and play with this. You have your color, your border, everything that you can do in like probably a Word program similar to, you have all these options you have for your campaign template. And so here, let's see, it's set up for a logo. And when I click into that box, it brings up the little place for images to be uploaded. So what I'm going to do, I don't know, I hope this shows you. is I'm going to replace this image that I see already. And well, I got 3 of them. I didn't realize I had 3 of them. So, and I'm trying to think which one is the bigger one. I think this is it, because I wanted to show you what happens. You can also, when you get to this, these are ones I've already uploaded, or you can go here, pick upload. Can you see the window? Did you see the window pop up?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And here you can pick, I'm gonna go back to my BOMH main, I don't know where, here, the demo, I could pick another image from my list. Let's say the, oh, I don't know, any of them, but I don't want to pick that again. I've already picked it too many times. But anyway, so that's, you can pick any of these, double click it, and it will bring it into your files right here to pick, to choose from. And you can list a newest if you have a lot, you know, this is all this, just kind of view kind of thing. Now, what I'm gonna, you also have, which I thought was kind of cool, which I didn't notice that it was, you have GIFs that you can click on and put in your emails. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. That's kind of new for me, which I thought was kind of cool. My logo, you can put up your logo here if we wanted to do, I thought I had BOMH logo on in my files, but I didn't. So, but you can upload your logo here, and I'm sure there's a creative assistant. I don't like to use the assistants because they tell me what to do, and I don't like that. So, but there is one there for people who want to try to use it. So we are going to go back. That's your content studio. All right, so I'm going to replace that logo placeholder with an image. Oh, here it tells me this. So I brought in an extra large image. And if you'll notice I get a little notification that than it really needs to be, because it could slow load times for people. And if people are waiting for something to load, and they don't know what it is, their tendency is to just like, well, heck with that, and they'll dismiss it. So what you need to do here is fix it, and it'll bring you up to a size, and you can reduce it. Are you still seeing the screen okay?
Yep.
Okay, so here, down here, you'll see it's a 1200 by 800. So if you want to, I would say do it by no more than 300 is probably a good for online viewing. So, and it automatically, if you keep that little box checked, it automatically keeps the proportions constrained. So it will change the heights for you without distorting it. And so we're going to save it. And then there it is. So that you can go on to your next. So if you're happy with it, if not, you can go back in and replace it, edit it, do all kinds of things. If you were clicking on it, you could edit. Again, it brings you up to that editing software. Which
Hey, Lee,
yes.
I have a question. I build my email campaign through my website, which is Weebly. I always get email is that the campaign is too large, and I always put in several images and I size them down. So does Mailchimp have like a limit as to how big your email can be, how, you know, how many images and how much text you can put in it?
As far as I know, it's only limited. I think I've never run into that issue. We've done, you know, the newsletter, of course, that you see that we put out for GSLAA has lots of images and lots of text. Mm-hmm. I think it's there really is no limit. I think the biggest concern is the size of the images, so you don't get a long download time for people. So yeah, I don't think so, Kim. I've never run
Okay.
into that. So,
Okay, and then also too, with the free to how many emails or campaigns that you can create in a year's time, or
I think there's some limit. Let's see if we went back, there was a limit, but I cannot remember. I don't think there's a limit to how many you can send, as far as I know. I think it's limited to how many people, but we can double check here, for sure. I'm not sure at all. Now that you say something, I know we were limited in constant contact. But I guess I've never sent enough. We haven't sent a whole plethora of them. So let's see, I don't know if we can research to find out how many can I send? I don't know if this will give me anything or not.
I didn't mean to get you off track.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's a good question. I don't know. And there's no results, of course, because I'm too wordy, probably. How many emails can I send? No results. Okay. Well, I'm not sure the answer to that.
Okay.
So I would say I've never come across it, so I would assume no, but I hate to just make a blanket statement like that. So sorry, Kim, I can't answer that one.
No, that's okay. Well, like you said, it's probably just limited by the number of contacts.
Yeah,
and
that's
not the number of campaigns, probably.
exactly. Yeah. So that's what I think, that's what drives the prices and the price point. So I don't think it's the amount of emails. I could be wrong, but that has been known to happen. So, okay. The next part, after you've got your logo in, you're happy with it or whatever images. And of course you can add, if you would want another text box or another image card, you can drag it over and put it in. So now, where to go? It's not letting me do it. Go down here. Let's see if we can do this again. Back to it. This is all new. I'm sorry, but this is kind of crazy right now. It's like, I'm not used to this. So let's go here. And if we wanted to, that's the content that we can, and there, hold on. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my own mouth here. So, okay. And I think that's our new text box. I think it put an image box right here. So you can move it down or up. This is a text blocks right here. And we'd have to edit it and add text to it. Like, this is a block. So you could add something in between. And you could take the time to format it, make it look a little prettier, or you can delete it.
Lee, Kevin has shared with us that the free plan limits you to 2,000 contacts and 12,000 emails a month.
Oh, 12,000 emails a month? Oh, I think I can get under that one. Is that 12,000 campaigns or 12,000 individuals that we email to? Does it say? Is
Kevin,
that like?
I unmuted you.
It just says 12,000 emails a month.
Okay, so I would assume it would be email campaigns, I would think. They're not that, I would, but either way, that's a lot. That's a lot of emails. So thank you for looking that up, Kevin. I just,
Sure.
Yeah, so I would say, I think you're safe unless you're really, really picked up in your marketing and have a lot going on. I think you're pretty safe. So here is your text block. This, again, you can edit it any way like you would in a normal text document. You can bold it, italics. You can link something. If you had a link, you could make it highlight and say you wanted to make it a link. It would pull up a window and you could pick either an email address, a file. I don't use the anchor link, email or web address or a file. So that's kind of another way that you can get people to click and go someplace else while you're, even before, like if you're saying you have a show that you're advertising, you could put the name of the show as a link before you even get to the part where they can sign up. It's just multiple ways to get people to engage in the email. And of course you have your font sizes, your styles. So basically, it's pretty rudimentary as far as all the things that it can do. And of course there's another picture content studio. You can go and put pictures in there as well. So anyway, I did not mean to click that, sorry. All right, so we'll go back. Come on, back. There you go. My internet's really slow. I think the cat's using the internet. I think that's what it is. I have to get on her. All right, so this is basically where we're at. I'm going to continue. Let's see, we've got it. Where's our template at? Continue. I think I went back one too many. That's why it showed me that. So we're going to continue. Here down here, you have your social media cards, and you can link them with your Twitter account, with your Facebook URL, or with your website URL. And those will be active when you send your campaign. People can click those and go to those particular things to chat with you or interact with you. And then down here is your address. Yeah.
I have another question.
Okay.
Does it allow you to add your Instagram link and Pinterest?
Yeah, there is, I don't know about Pinterest, but down here, let's see. There's a social follow. Hold on, it was just there. They've changed this a little bit, so I'm trying to figure it out. There was a place that would allow me to go in, and they also had Instagram and Facebook. I think it's something you can do. Let's see, let's click edit here. I don't know if that gives me.
Is it under settings?
It might be under settings. Hold on, I was just there and I thought, oh, this is new. This is settings for your content here. So we'll look at that. I'll go back and see if I can find that, Kim. But I think with this,
hey, I think it's that, isn't it that one right there? But then at the bottom where it says page URL, like that's where you could put.
Oh, here's there. I just didn't scroll far enough. Yeah, another service. So you can add another service. So if you would click that, like it just now added my email. Okay. So I think I'm not sure, you're add up to 10 services in each block. I'm not sure how you would have to find. Yeah, it could be the URL, Patty, that you're doing here. You could pick like an Instagram. Here it has different Reddit, Flickr. So I'm assuming maybe that's probably where you could do that, Kim, is right there. There's also another place to do it. But I just have to find it. So here's your email, in your footer then would be, you want to make sure that you have your mailing address. If you have you want to make sure you have your current year, copyright, that sort of thing. Make it look like you're actually keeping things updated. And update your preferences. This is for the customer, and unsubscribe from this list. So that's automatically put in there by Mailchimp. You don't have to do anything with those. I don't know if you can do, I don't think so. Something that they do. So, okay. And that, I believe, is kind of the basics. It's a quick basics of what your email would look like. Now that we've got that, we've looked at it. We haven't added anything in our social media. If you don't want to do the social media, you can delete it. You can click the little trash can and it'll go away, or you can edit and take whatever out or add whatever. So I think we're all good. And then you would hit continue when you're happy with what you've done. And the email is saved, but you'll need to remove what? Placeholder text. Oh, I have a placeholder text in there somewhere. Keep editing. So that's an email to say that I have up here, this little view, this browser thing, and I don't even know how to get to it. Sometimes that's the most aggravating thing. It's a little placeholder, meaning there's something in that doesn't have text in it. And it's usually that little thing right up there. And I can't get to it right now. There. And so let's see if I can delete it. Okay, I think I deleted it. We'll see what happens. Continue. Now it's time to design your email. We already just designed the email. Wow, this is all new. Sorry, guys. This is not, I didn't have to do this one before. Rearranging. Okay.
Lee, that's just referring to, so where it says it's time to design your email, that's what's considered the placeholder text. Like, so you actually didn't go through and type information in it. And I think that's what it's referring to, isn't it?
I don't know. That it's not something I've ever come across before, of course, because I'm doing this live demo thing. No, because here's our email. We've gotten everything done. I'm not sure what it refers to, which is, I thought it was like, sometimes there's like little placeholder boxes that have their text in it. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
And that, so all that
Yes.
information there
You're
is
right.
the placeholder text.
Yes, you're
So
right. Duh. Yeah, all this. Yes.
I'm here for you.
Thank you. I was gonna, yeah, I just skipped right over that. So yes, I would have put that a body of the email. Yes, would be where it says it's time to design your email. So yes, my bad. So absolutely, you're right, Patty. Thank you. So anyway, that's what it would look like, and it should have your stuff here, which I didn't. I was going to put something, but I didn't. So best laid plans. So here's your preview. When you go to continue, you can look at a live merge, what it would look like. You see a 2, what your people would see when they get it, who it's from, the subject, and the preview text, which is obviously nothing like here, but oh well. And so what you can live merge, and what it will do was it will put in the first name, that's the name that you chose to personalize it with, plus their email. And that's what it'll look like. You can arrow over and it'll give you the next one just to make sure everything's okay. All right, and you can toggle it off now that you're done. You can do a mobile version to see how it looks on your mobile version, and there's ways to fix it. I didn't go into that this time. I figured that's kind of a little bit beyond the scope of this right now, but there is a way to look at it and make sure that it will look okay in your email. I've done that for my website, but I've never done it for Mailchimp. And I don't remember actually having a mobile option on Mailchimp. So it might've been in there and I just didn't realize it. So so you can click this little X to get out of your preview mode. And then we're good to, here's where it was, Kim. You can share, this is to share your post, but it's not necessarily to embed it in your email. So you can also connect with Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to share your campaign. And then you have your tracking at the bottom that you can edit how you want this to go, how you want your emails to work. And you have different options. Ones are already picked for you are the track opens and the track clicks. This will give you your statistics. So you can click e-commerce link tracking, all these different things you can choose to get analytics on if you need to or want to. So right now we'll just leave the track opens and track clicks. And that'll tell you when you go back into your campaign how many people have opened it, how many have clicked through. Let's see. So I think now the options, what happened? It's grayed out on me. Hold on. come back to my campaigns. Hopefully it's not locked up. Okay, so here's my campaign. We're getting ready to send it. It's a demo. I'm gonna edit. I don't know why it didn't let me send it, but it should be ready to send now. We're done editing. And we can enable social media cards if we want to down here. And let's see, I think that's everything. Okay, and then I don't know why it's not letting me send, but at this point, you should be able to send. You cannot schedule. They used to be, you could schedule it for free plans, but they have recently changed it within this last year to now you cannot schedule unless you have a paid plan. So you either have to change, go in and manually send it when you want it to go out, or you'll have to pay for $9.99 to be able to schedule it. And the other is finish later, which is, of course, what we did. Finish later, you can come back to it at a later time. And you can, at any time, you can go back in and add to your audience. Here's your audience. I don't want the template, I want the audience. Here's your audience. And here's the statistics. I have 7 marked as staff, 7 as board members. I can add a tag to my audience. You can see that there's 7 subscribed. And 100% import. When I copy pasted, it took all of them in. And then what else? I was looking to see if I clicked on my contacts. I'm going to view my contacts. Here's a list of your contacts as they appear. And you can see that here's your email, first name, last name. There's a slider bar, you can slide over to see the tags that you have. So you see you have them as tags, or you can, if you click, click on this one, action, add or remove a tag. You can add a tag to this person. Say if I wanted to say newspaper, paper. I can't talk, sorry. Editor. Okay, and then I'd say, okay, then you'd see she has one more tag on there. I can also remove. So when you go to send an email, you can pick if I wanted to just send to board members, or if I just wanted to send to staff members, or if I had customers that had bought certain items, or my higher paying customers. So there's all kinds of things that you can do with tags. And then this is where you can archive. If you wanted to archive a customer who hasn't interacted with you for a while, or for whatever reason, rather than unsubscribing or deleting them, because you will not be able to add them back in. They will have to add themselves back in. And that will only happen if you have a form for them to fill out and subscribe. So I think that kind of, is there anything that I haven't covered that anybody would like to ask? I really not sure I have anything else that would be beneficial. Is there anything that any questions I can answer? Or I think we've kind of covered everything.
If you want us to, we can unmute everybody. If anybody does have a question for her, we can just go ahead and let you guys go ahead and ask.
Yeah. Okay, did I give you too much? Not enough information? Was it all over the place? Did it seem?
I think you did great, and it's definitely a lot more customizable than my email campaign through Weebly. So I might look into this, because I mean, and I like that you could add tags. So like if I had so many customers sign up at the Artist Boutique show, I could put Artist Boutique in there. So
exactly. So you know where
if I got a show coming up or something. So Yeah, I like that. There's a lot of features that you can customize the text, and it just seems more,
There, you could get lost in the information they have, the resources, and just looking at the resource guides at the beginning. I can't imagine podcasts and series. Seriously, I mean, who knew, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, and
Right.
once you
Well,
get, go ahead. Yeah.
It showed too that you could embed a video. I would love to be able to embed videos into my newsletters.
Yeah, I did something. I
That
don't
would
know.
be awesome.
Can I don't know if I think the other one I did, I think had a Giphy. They had, hold on, hold on. Let me see if I can get there. If I go back to my audience, let's see, go back to here. I'm going to go back to my campaigns. I think I put one in this one just to be silly. Let's see if I don't think I deleted it. Hold on. They had them already available. The ones I was said in their content studio, they had some stuff. Let's see if I want to edit. Let's see if this is it. They had this little, I think it was a little dog GIF. Hold on, oh, I might have taken it out. No, bummer, I took it out. It was a little dog video that was really cute. It was like, I didn't even know they had those. And I had embedded it in the email. I think I took it out for time's sake, so it didn't mess me up. But
I was kind of curious about, I'm not sure how many people already have a email platform already, and they're just deciding possibly if they want to change over to Mailchimp, because I have Constant Contacts, and you were saying that you had worked with Constant Contacts and now you're with Mailchimp. Is there a real distinct reason why you changed? Or, and then also I was going to something that Marcia Menendez uses and a couple other things. When you're talking about videos, there is like Boomerang. There's a lot of free apps out there that you can make little short videos. And are those videos the type of videos that they'll let go into this Mailchimp? Was my questions, the two I had.
Was that for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Could
for other people too. I mean, I don't know
how many ask me again, because I kind of I wasn't quite following what you asked, Allison. Could you ask me again?
The first one is with Mailchimp versus Constant Contact. Because you made Constant Contact. Why did you change, or do you?
We changed because of the price. Constant Contact was, I don't think there is such a thing as free account on Constant Contact, but I could be wrong. But the amount of emails or what we were sending were costing us, whereas we could do Mailchimp and up to 2,000 people, and it was free, which seemed like a reasonable for a small organization. It didn't seem like we needed to be paying. And it was a learning curve. I've never did Constant Contact, so I can't compare the two. I've never been into a Constant Contact setup, but I think they're both different, and I think they interact differently. From what I've heard, this one's a little bit more intuitive than Constant Contact. Did you use Constant Contact, Kim? I don't remember. Have you used it?
See, I do. Yeah.
No, my just my website, the Weebly, is the only email program I've ever used.
Yeah, so I really can't. The only thing I know, I think it was, and I think some of us were a little more, we knew more about Mailchimp than Constant Contact. And when Vic passed away, it was kind of like a change that we were trying to get more people to be able to get on and interact and be able to do stuff with our email too.
That helped, because I am Constant Contact, and I'm haven't decided to change over, but it was just interesting to see that I didn't realize, like Kim said, that Mailchimp had those many options. Because in the beginning, when I heard about Mailchimp, it seemed very, very, very basic. But
there was a
long time ago when I looked at Mailchimp. So they have.
It just kind of blew up over the last, when we first signed up for it, GSLAA, it didn't have all of those bells and whistles. And like they said, they had a little bit more though for the free plan. You could do a little bit more. And now that they've kind of upped their content and what they're offering, then they've lowered that. And so you have to, in order to get more. But I think what they give you for a basic plan is more than enough to get started. I think. I would think until, you really get a handle on it, you can explore and read. And so, and they'll always give you the opportunity to upgrade. They never pass up an opportunity to say, upgrade. Oh my goodness. Hello, Mr. Don. I didn't know you were on here. So, yeah. And what was the second part of your question, Allison? You said there were
Oh,
two.
it was just that I know that everybody's been getting more social media savvy. Marsha Menendez, she does a lot of things with Instagram, and I noticed that she does a lot of little videos. So I'm just thinking that she uses Boomerang, she uses a couple of other, I know Ripple, something like that. They're
Yeah.
not making you pay, but there are some free ones that if you make the small video, I'm wondering if those little videos are the ones that we can just embed
Yeah.
into this.
Imagine if they're too big to embed, you might be able to set them up as a link.
Okay.
Like if you have a link to a website or something on your website, or have them set up as a link. But like those little Giphies that they have on there, the GIFs are movable and they have them already on there. I don't know what the file size, so it can't be too big because they want to keep stuff small. But, and they were kind of cute. They had about probably 15, I think you could pick to put in your email header. So yeah. And I was copy pasting off the web today. I was playing with stuff and I could go out and find GIFs and I could copy and come in and paste it. And it would take it in the images just fine, as long as it was not a huge file. So.
Thank you.
Well,
Just make sure you give credit.
does any,
If you use something,
we-
make sure you give credit to people. Sorry.
well, Lee, this has been very informative. I
Well, I hope
appreciate you
so.
taking time to do this because, I'm definitely going to look into it now. So
Okay. Yeah.
does anyone else have any more questions for Lee?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Lee, you put a lot
Neighbor
of-
Chris?
Is there a sign of a good teacher, or I gave you too much and you're like going blah, blah, blah?
No,
So,
you were well prepared. It's clear you put some time in advance and it was
Yes.
very informative.
okay, well, good. I'm glad. Sometimes it feels like I was all over the place, so I'm glad. Anything else I can help you with? And feel free. Thanks, Rosemary. And just feel free to contact me. I can kind of lead you kind of in the right direction. I'm not a master at it, but I definitely use it more and more as, what we're having to do nowadays, So, thanks. Thanks, Dawn. So everybody.
This is being recorded, so that's the great thing about it. You can always go back to our main site and re-show it on the YouTube. So if you want to just
Me in perpetuity, I don't know about that. I'll put on there. I said, talk to the computer. So, okay, guys, it's been nice. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, Lee.
thank you.
Thanks. See you later. Have
Bye.
fun.